Today we're playing the Solo Victory Cup, but there's just one catch. The only loot I can use in this game is from one singular chest. So no matter what gun I get, that is the only weapon I can use for the entire game. With that being said, let's see how we do in the first game. So the strategy going into this game was I was going to land at the very back of Eclipse State and open up a high sit bag since they're pretty much chests. But the best thing about these is that they give you a higher chance at getting a rocket ram. And this was recorded before they were nerfed in tournaments, so they are very much the meta. And in order to make this challenge not impossible, the only other item I can pick up is heals from floor spawns, so I'm not just walking around with only 3 minis. So after landing safely, I ran over to my one chest hoping to get a decent gun since I could possibly key in this first game, but then I ended up getting this.
Oh no. This is not the loot that I wanted in my first game.
Definitely not the most ideal gun to start off with, but it'll have to do. Now from here, I made my way all the way to the west edge side of the map in order to get some fishing done so I could get some heals. And then I made my way into Breakwater where I continued to do some more fishing. So after farming up all my materials, I was looking pretty good on loot. And I was getting really good zone pulls, so I didn't end up running into anybody. But eventually as the zone shrunk, I went into Rumble Ruins and this ended up happening.
Please don't fight me. Bro, can I edit?
Now luckily, after making some space, the other player disengaged. But I ended up wasting a good chunk of my mats and some heals, which is very crucial to save since with a DMR it's very hard to get a refresh. Fortunately for me though, I didn't have to go very far to get into zone, and afterwards I would pull some really good ones. So now we're decently stacked in a really good position, but then this ended up happening.
How did that even break my builds? Like what? He didn't even land up here.
2 seconds later.
Okay, man. What the hell was that? What is that?
So now heading into endgame with not the best mats, I needed to get a refresh if I wanted to do good. So let's see if I can do that.
Bro, this gun shoots so slow. Oh my god, 200. Bro, like, what am I supposed to do? I can't hit this guy. No, bro, I actually could have killed that guy.
Not that bad of a game, but we're gonna need to do better if we want to qualify. And by the way, all this was streamed on my Twitch at eastfn_, so come swing by if you want to check them out live. And also drop a sub while you're at it. Going into game 2, I was hoping to continue the momentum, but I just needed to see what gun I would get out of my chest.
Bruh. I mean, it's better than the other gun.
Okay, a pistol. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. This time, instead of heading over to the west, I decided to go straight north since I saw players land over there. But eventually, as I made my way more towards Breakwater, I ended up getting into a little bit of a fight. Now this player did not want to leave, so if I wanted to continue this game, I had to kill him. No! So close, bro. And we just barely were not able to kill him. However, going into game 3, things were gonna change. Dropping on in, I ended up getting another pistol, and I followed pretty much the same loot route I did before. But this time I was able to make my way towards the edge of the map in zone so I could finally get some fishing done. And after I was done looting, I was looking extremely stacked, and I was able to make my way all the way down to the south side of the map, which was dead side. I was posted up in a box chilling, and then I ended up pulling this zone, so I tried to go a little bit deeper to get in a better position, but then I ended up running into a player. Luckily, I was able to run away, but that still made me lose out on a lot of mats. And when the next zone pulled here, it was not looking good. Luckily for me though, when I started rotating, I saw some extra loot from a previous fight. So I was able to get a little bit more mats from it. And we were able to get into zone safely. But when I heard players fighting right next to me, I saw this as an opportunity to get a refresh. Now with the refresh secured, we were looking really good to do well in this game. So let's see if I can do just that.
Please pull. No way I just won that game, what?
So after getting the freest win I've ever gotten, we were pretty much qualified. We just needed a couple more points to solidify it. But now my goal wasn't to just qual, but it was to get 100 points. So going into game 4, let's see if I can push closer to that goal. Dropping in this time, I was very fortunate and ended up getting a combat SMG, our first good gun of the day. Once again, I did the same old loot route, but when I headed over towards Breakwater Bay, I saw that it was uncontested. So I was able to get all the loot from there and fish a little bit. So once again, we are looking really stacked for this game. And just like last one, I was able to rotate all the way down towards the south side of the map where nobody was at. And even when the zone pulled in the mega city, I was still in a really good spot to rotate wherever it pulled. So once I saw it pulled far, I ended up instantly rotating and ended up in a pretty decent spot. So now going into endgame, we are looking absolutely stacked, but things end up getting really chaotic later on. So let's see if I can get the back-to-back win.
Bro, why would that guy land on me? Get off my bro. Bro, get off my. Stop doing somersaults on it, man. Oh my god, bro. I hate this ramp so much. No, bro.
With another good game under our belt, we were officially qualified. And heading into the next game, there was only 15 minutes left of the tournament, so my plan was to just play this game out since it was going to be pretty dead. But most importantly, if we got a top 5, we would get that 100 points. So let's see what happens in our final game. Now this game started off horribly. For the first time, I ended up being contested, so I had to swerve all the way to the west. And the worst thing about that is that I have pretty much zero chance at getting a rocket ram, even though I still haven't gotten one this entire tournament. But hopefully we can still get a decent gun.
One chest. Okay. I'll take a shotgun.
An infiltrator, it's alright I guess. It's a shotgun, I'll take it. Just like all the other games, I got my loot, started fishing, and eventually I was super stacked. And since this zone pulled all the way to the north, I had a pretty free rotate the entire time. Until I was in this spot and zone pulled over here. This was going to be a pretty tough rotate. I tried to do my best to get further into the zone since I was in a really bad spot and a bunch of players would stack up on me, but there was just too many players looking at me. I could not rotate. Luckily for me, the next zone wasn't that bad. We were able to make it into zone this time, but my mats were looking absolutely atrocious. So once again, going into this endgame, I needed to get a refresh if I wanted to get a top 5 finish in order to get 100 points. Let's see what happens.
Bro, please rocket ram already. I'm just dead here. Bro, that guy took so long to move. No. No.
Unfortunately, I went down in 9th, getting 95 points, just short of that 100-point goal. And in hindsight, I could have easily just grabbed that rocket ram and went into zone, or just not waited for that guy for so long. I didn't think he was going to take so long in zone. But all good, we easily qualified, and we placed pretty well on the leaderboard in opens. But now let's head into the finals, where if I win, I make $100. And trust me, things get very chaotic. Now, the first part of the finals went absolutely horrendous. Now, first game, I ended up dying off spawn because I didn't get my chest spawn, so I went over to get another one, then ended up dying because of it. And second game, we landed safely, got a spaz for the first time, we're looking absolutely juiced, then this happened.
Shit.
Fortnite! Woohoo! Fortnite!
He just outplayed me there, to be honest.
Yeah, I swear to God, that's the first time I died to a sniper all season. But going into our very last game, it was time to see if we can turn things around. Once again, we ended up landing safely, and finally, after 8 games, we got a rocket ram. And you already know the drill, I was able to go all the way back towards breakwater, end up fishing, and had some pretty decent loot. But I wasn't able to find that much shield, and after having to use all of what I had in the mid game, I had nothing left. And on top of all that, I had 0 metal as well. So since I was on a pretty congested side, my plan was to go super far away from anybody else, find a fishing rod, and just fish and hope I can get some shield fish. Now this plan was going well at first, but then some players started to run towards me. And in fear they were going to key me, I decided to run away and try my luck somewhere else. But again, this player seemed to just keep following me. Once again, I tried to make a break for it and run away, and then this happened.
Like, I'm getting off this game, bro.
So yeah, finals went horribly. But thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and comment down below when done if you want a possible shout out in my next video. And shout out Livic for this video idea. Other than that, I hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your days. Peace out.